Mulaka is an indie-developed game based on the Tarahumara people of northern Mexico. It was released on February 27th, 2018, and in September 2021, it was given away for free through the Xbox Games with Gold program. Jeez. I remember Games with Gold and like getting four, I think, was it four? Most of the time it's 4 free games a month on the 360 and the Xbox One. Rest in peace, Games with Gold. Rest in peace. Anyways, it is 8 years after Mulaka was released and basically 5 years after I got the game, and I'm finally just now playing it. And I must say it's a very easy and quick game to get all the achievements for. And for those of you who are playing on a console that isn't dying, it is a good game, an easy game to platinum. I'd say this game is 2 out of 10 difficulty for the 15 achievements, and it took me roughly 5 to 6 hours to complete. My recordings say just about 7 hours, but I spent a little bit of that being idle and forgetting to pause the recording. There is technically a missable achievement, and that is the power overwhelming achievement, but it is glitched in a good way, and the game only needs 1 playthrough to complete. Mulaka follows the main character, which is a shaman of the Tarahumara called Mulaka. Now, I will admit I am definitely butchering the pronunciation of this, but alas. The first level takes place in Samalayuka. I'm so sorry. Samalayuka, where I instantly started attacking the air. I attacked it so many times that I ended up unlocking the Swift Lancer achievement for 80 gamerscore, which is basically using every combination of attack. Then I started running in circles for a few minutes for no reason at all. When I became dizzy, it unlocked the Light Feet achievement for 80 gamerscore, which is sprinting for a minute. Now with these achievements out of the way, I finally started playing the game. Now I must say the game was very confusing at first, somewhat because I was talking with friends while playing, and I wasn't really paying the most attention. But I felt that the game kind of just throws you in without much direction. I'm most likely the problem in this situation, as I usually am, but I found the game to be somewhat frustrating. But then I learned the controls and what I needed to do, and I was fine for the rest of the game. Throughout the game though, you fight some easy enemies that you can button mash, and then there's enemies that you have to flip over with a harder attack and then button mash to kill them. Eventually you run up on a bird-like creature known as a pheasant. I never really seen a pheasant before, in all honesty, so my ignorance comes in handy once again here. And I befriended it, so it shot me up in the air to help me get one of the 3 keys needed to fight the boss. And in return, I attacked him and unlocked another achievement, which is Pete has been informed of your behavior for 35 gamerscore. I eventually unlocked the gate to head towards the boss, and without knowing, I made an enemy kill another by accident and unlocked the friendly fire achievement for 95 gamerscore. I eventually beat the final boss of the first level and headed to the second level, Pakime? Now, Pakime is an area that I return to quite often because this is an area where we unlock all the upgrades which are required for an achievement. But before we get into that, I need to find a vase to destroy. Eventually, I found one and I got the This Is Not Zell That Game achievement for 35 gamerscore. That's a good name for an achievement. Then I started attacking these TP looking things, thinking it was the tents I needed to break, and lo and behold it wasn't. I then had to search up that the awning or pergola looking structures were considered the tents, which was a surprise to me, but again, this could be my classic ignorance. So I went to town on those, destroyed 20 of them, and eventually unlocked the property damage achievement for 40 gamerscore. After doing what I needed to do, I learned how to make bombs. FBI, I am saying I learned in the game how to make bombs in the game using plants, anyway. And started heading to where I needed to go to destroy a wall. I killed a mantis man, got the warrior achievement for 40 gamerscore, which was for killing 200 enemies. I then destroyed the wall, fought the boss for the second level, moved on to level 3, and I don't know when I got the Finish Him achievement for 45 gamerscore, but I did. It didn't show up on any of my recordings, which was crazy, but I got it around this time as well. On to level 3, however, I went through that without unlocking any achievements, so this level is lackluster for me to talk about, and in level 4, we unlocked the Bear Transformation. I fought the boss in level 4, tried to defeat them using the bear transformation, and once again the achievement didn't pop for me. I did end up getting it here, so that unlocked the Bear Stare achievement for 35 gamerscore. I was very close to unlocking the One with Nature achievement for 55 gamerscore, which is using every type of potion at least 20 times, so I did a quick grind on that to make sure I unlocked it. All that I have left at this point was to beat the game without losing 8 souls at most, which I already failed, getting all upgrades, and interacting with every ghost in the game. I went on to beat the game, and might I say, to kind of give this video more than just I did this to get whatever achievement. I thought this game was very good for such a small indie team. I instantly recognized that it was made on Unity, or at least in my opinion, it very much seems to be made on the engine since I have experience with it, and it was pretty well crafted. Later on in the game, you can kind of tell that the developers ran into a period where they wanted to make sure the game was released, as a lot of newer enemies halfway through the game look like enemies you faced in the earlier stages, and everything followed the same kind of process of just hack and slash, use a strong attack to break a shield, and then hack and slash, or dodge an enemy until their butt opened up so you can hit them home. The combat became pretty repetitive, and now I won't let this distract from the lore of the game, as it was still relatively interesting, but I did feel a bit of longing to finish the game with a couple levels left. With my mid-game review, I'd say that the game is a 6 out of 10. This may seem low, but the positives are that it is definitely a unique game with very unique lore. However, the game does feel tired towards the end, and beating bosses can be rather tricky to understand. There also isn't really anything new about this game compared to others similar to this, unfortunately. Thankfully though, this game is quick. I eventually beat it, unlocking the From the Top achievement for 130 gamer score. I learned that if you closed out of the game and reopened it after you beat the game, you unlock the achievement Power Overwhelming for 155 gamer score, and that was to beat the game with losing only 8 souls at most, but the achievement seemed bugged in a good way and unlocks when you restart the game. All that was left to do was to talk to every ghost in the game and purchase all upgrades. I started the journey, talked to all 26 ghosts in the game, unlocking a Link Between Worlds achievement, nice reference there honestly, for 65 gamer score. I finished grinding out the upgrades by going to the early levels and finding the urns with Korima, and finally I talked to the other lady, grabbed my final upgrade, unlocking the Master Sukuru. This is my first video doing this, and I pick a game that I cannot pronounce anything. Unlocking the Master Sukurame, grabbing my final upgrade, unlocking the Master's Sukurame achievement for 110 gamer score. And then I uninstalled the game to move on to my next one. Both achievement versions of Grim Idol, so I'll see you there. By the way, this is a newer type of video that I wanted to try out and see where it goes. Hopefully it was somewhat enjoyable, albeit rather quick, so I genuinely love your feedback. If you enjoyed following the 100% achievement journey of Mulaka, let me know by commenting, liking, and subscribing, and I'll do more of them.